ache.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of MLB The Show 18. We're back here at the White Sox. It is May now, May 9th. White Sox have started playing a little bit better, so we look where we left off. We left off in the Tampa Bay series. I believe it was one of these games. I can't remember which game it was because it was like a while ago since I recorded, but we took 2 of 3 from Boston. Then we went to Cleveland, and we won 3 of 4. We got only 1 out of 3 against Oakland, and then we dropped the first game against the LA Angels. So we're going to be playing at home today against the Angels. It's going to be Garth Anderson on the mound against Drew Smyly. Let's take a look at our club. Yoan Moncada's kicking some ass, 319. Judge, 291. He's got 6 homers, 22 RBIs. Matt Davidson, he's still only got 2 home runs, a 240 batting average, not great. Jimenez, home runs, RBIs is great. He's probably going to be moved up to the 4th spot. Devers, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, 258, not great. Rutherford's really struggling, 167, and Tim Anderson behind him at 160. These two have not played well. We're going to probably move the lineup around a little bit. Luis Fernandez, 233. I mean, he's making it hard to keep him up here. Zach Collins is playing pretty good, 248. We look at the bench. Joseph Lincecum, 269. He's probably going to be starting to get some more of those DH spots and shortstop spots over Tim Anderson. Adolfo Castro, 281. TRAYCE Thompson playing pretty well at 260. And Yolmer Sanchez really struggling, 121. So not that great. We look at AAA. It's just some of the big guys. Let's look at Sean Robles, 19 years old. He's playing pretty well. Micker Adolfo really has never had a really good AAA season. Yohan Martin really struggling. And Darian Norman, 256. I see a call-up very shortly here in his future. Let's take a look at the starting rotation for the White Sox. Lucas Giolito, 280. Lights out. The strikeouts are pretty low for him. 3-2 average. Carlos Rodon, 481. You know, that's not that great. Justin Verlander, he's brought the ERA down to 528. The strikeouts are pretty low, so he's struggling. Michael Kopech is struggling, 484. The strikeouts are about a strikeout per inning. And Garth Anderson has really been a good surprise for the White Sox, a 368. He's only 0-1 through his, let's see how many starts he has. Because he is a rookie. He is a rookie left-hander. Let's see how many starts he's got. 18 walks in 36 innings is pretty high. The strikeout's low. You can see the whip is pretty high. Yeah, he's got 7 starts. He's 0-1. Bullpen, Michael Nobles. He's playing pretty well. 397. He's that really long reliever that we need. Diaz is struggling, and so is Herschel Gibbons. Holy cow. Larry Frank still doing pretty good. Torres doing pretty good as well. Jose Torres, 26, 76 overall. Jake McGee is struggling, 497. Fletcher Gonzalez has been lights out, so the bullpen really struggling for the White Sox. Not a lot of veterans back there besides McGee and Gonzalez, so a lot of struggling right now for the White Sox individually. As a team, they've started to play better. We currently sit 3 back of the Indians for first. The Indians only 1 game over 500. They're 3-7 in their last 10. So the White Sox have an opening. They've been playing well better. You know, I don't know if we're going to see moves anytime soon. Obviously, I am just the guy that plays the games. I don't make any of the moves. I couldn't tell you that. But really, the big thing is bullpen, and then Rutherford and Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson really struggling. You can see Rutherford's power numbers: 13 RBIs, 5 home runs is not bad. It's his batting average that is really struggling, and Tim Anderson is just having a hell of a season right now. So we're definitely going to be seeing some moves happening in the lineup regarding trades and whatnot. We're not sure yet. Welcome everybody to Guaranteed Rate Field, home of the Chicago White Sox. Today it is Mike Trout and the LA Angels against Yoan Moncada and the Chicago White Sox. The Angels playing pretty well, including that guy right there, Mike Trout. He's batting .387 so far here into May 9th. What a season for him. The All-Star Angels outfielder, and Garth Anderson on the mound for the White Sox. 7 starts. He's 0-1, a .368 ERA. 36 innings pitched. He's given up 40 hits. So you can see his whip, 158. Not the greatest. You know, he was kind of a long shot to make the team, and he really had a great spring training. And so far, he's been one of the better pitchers out of the starting lineup. And Rodney Barrios is up to bat first for the LA Angels. So Anderson trying to get the White Sox a win tonight at home, a place they have struggled. If you guys remember from last season, the White Sox finished 40-41 here at home, and those struggles have really continued into this season. To start, the White Sox are 5-14 at home, and they're not getting any breaks, just like the last two calls. Two good pitches, especially the last one, an early 2-0 the count. So the White Sox are 5-14 at home, and they're 12-8 on the road. So really some big struggles as this one's going to be popped up to center field. TRAYCE Thompson's underneath that, and he's going to get the first out here in the first inning. Drew Smyly on the mound for the Angels. His eighth start of the season, 3-1, a .227. Look at the whip, .97. So fantastic. The former All-Star for the Cubs, and he's got an early lead here in the bottom of the first, 2-0. A 2-run home run by who else but Mike Trout. Mike Trout doing Mike Trout things. I know we had an episode called that, and he's just continuing to smash the ball. You know, he's a guy that maybe the White Sox will take a chance on and maybe try to make a trade. Obviously, we'll have to look at his contract, you know, if he's going to be a free agent this coming up season, which he might be. The White Sox may not try to explore that option at all. But who knows? It would be fun to get Mike Trout, so we'll have to see. As Yoan Moncada is going to ground this to shortstop to Simmons. And that is going to be a quick one out here. And a bad throw, kind of taking him off the bag, but he was able to keep his foot on the bag for the first out. The Todd father up to bat, .216 on the season, 7 home runs, 16 driven in. The former White Sox third baseman, former New York Yankees third baseman, former New York Mets third baseman. And he's back in the color red, which he started with the Cincinnati Reds, as he's going to look at strike one. 2-0 here in the top of the second. White Sox got two guys on in the first via 2 walks, but were unable to get anybody in. And Todd Frazier down 0-2 early here in the top of the second. Not going to bite at that curveball. Garth Anderson trying to lock it down after giving up that early home run, as this one's going to be hit pretty well but foul. A lot of power for this LA Angels club in a tough division featuring the Mariners, the Astros, the Rangers. I mean, even sometimes, you know, the A's have those years where they just are really good contenders. As this one's going to be driven up the middle, hit into the shift, Yoan Moncada, and he's going to make a great play and throw out Todd Frazier at first for the first out here in the second. You can see a lot of twos. 2 runs. It's top of the second, 22 pitches. As you take a look at the White Sox defense. TRAYCE Thompson up to bat. The first time you guys are actually seeing him in this series. He's actually on the White Sox in real life now. But it had no coincidence that he ends up here. So White Sox are happy to have him. He's batting .260. He's playing a vital role out in the White Sox outfield. You know, White Sox have a good outfield. They have Jimenez, they have Rutherford, they have Aaron Judge. But that center field spot is just one that, you know, really isn't locked down. You know, they don't have that all-star out there since Jimenez is playing DH a lot of games. As that is going to be strike one. He's going to swing at a low pitch. Drew Smyly pitching well so far. You can see good action on that pitch. TRAYCE Thompson unable to pick it up. Playing pretty well. He had a great season last year, batted .333, having about a third of a season's worth of games. And so far he's been playing pretty well. .260, not bad. As you can see, more twos up there, as it is a 2-1 count on his 22nd pitch in the bottom of the second. 2-0 score. As he's going to take this one out to center field, but the fabulous Mike Trout is going to reach in and grab it for the first out here in the second. Eloy Jimenez up to bat. He walked in the first inning. .259 on the season. He's got Tim Anderson at third with 2 outs. 3-0 the score here. Jimenez looking to get on base, looking to drive in a run, as that curveball is going to be inside on the hands for ball number 1. Drew Smyly has been a great pitcher, very underrated, and he's in his last 3 years, especially in this series, he's a guy that we've seen a lot of, and he's been very good. 2-0 the count, so the favor goes to Jimenez, as he can be a bit picky with the pitches now. And he's going to drive this one out into right field. It's going to be deep, and it's going to be caught. A great leaping catch in right field. White Sox unable to get in any runs, as it is 3-0 Angels. Mike Trout up again. His third plate appearance. He's 1 for 1 with the home run and the walk. With 2 outs here in the 5th, nobody on. Still 3-0. As that is now 5 straight balls to Mike Trout after he hit that 2-run home run in the top of the 1st inning, I should say. 61st pitch of the night from Anderson, and that's going to be ball 2. So make that 6 straight balls. So nothing good going Mike Trout's way after that home run. He's not gotten anything to possibly hit. As you can see, Anderson getting tired, only throwing 61 pitches. He's definitely not a guy that's going to get you deep into your bullpen. He doesn't have that stamina up there. As that fastball was over the plate, Mike Trout going to foul that off. As that is going to be a good pitch on the corner. Mike Trout unable to pull the trigger. And 2 strikes now on the best player in Major League Baseball, no doubt about it. Looks like they're going to go with a low curveball here. And that's going to be fouled off. Anderson misses his spot as it remains 2-2. They've done well with the fastball, and it looks like they're going back to the fastball. They're keeping it outside and high and on the corner. They're going to get the called 3rd strike. Mike Trout doesn't like it. But Garth Anderson might have ended his night right there with the strikeout of Mike Trout. Matt Olson to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with the flyout and ground out, and Nobles is in the pitch. Anderson, the pitcher of record. If nothing else changes, if the White Sox can't score 3 runs, he will go with the loss tonight. So the White Sox need to get the bats going, but first, Michael Nobles needs to shut down the top of the 6th. That's going to be 0-2 quickly on Matt Olson. That's going to be just a bit outside. A good pitch. Not going to get the benefit of the call there. 1-2 the count. That one's going to be left right over the heart of the plate. Thankfully fouled off. Some good speed on that. 88 miles per hour. A little bit faster than I think Matt Olson was expecting. Nobles does not have that high velocity speed, but he's going to get a 90 mile per hour fastball behind Matt Olson for the first out here in the top of the 6th. Matt Davidson walks to the plate. Strikeout on a flyout. And nobody... I was going to say nobody out, but there's 1 out. I lied. There's 1 out, 2 on here in the bottom of the 6th. And Matt Davidson is looking towards the fences with that swing. Because that's going to be strike 1. The 72nd pitch of the night from Drew Smiley. It's going to be Aaron Judge on 2nd and Eloy Jimenez on 1st. As the Let's Go White Sox chant starts going up in the crowd. White Sox with 1 swing could tie this game up. But with 1 swing they could also get to 2 outs. Or 3 outs, I should say as well. A crazy looking curveball. That had a lot of spin on it. Thankfully did not curve back in. So that is going to be ball 1. White Sox need to get some runs going. They need to get their batters going. And Matt Davidson is one of those guys that has really been snake bitten. He's going to chase a high fastball. He's going to get a little bit off it, at least foul it off. So he continues to fight in this at-bat. As the 5th pitch of the at-bat is about to go into the strike zone. See, this is why I'm not a sports announcer. I fail so bad. Eloy Jimenez taking a big lead at first base. Matt Davidson fighting. As he's going to check swing at a good curveball for out number 2. Really buckled him at the knees. A great pitch. Look at the depth on that curveball. Matt Davidson unable to do anything with it, and you can't blame him. That was a great pitch. So now lefty v lefty. As it is 2 outs. Do or die right now for the White Sox here in the 6th. As Rafael Devers comes over from Boston, and he might just get the White Sox on the board. He will not. That's just going to barely tail fall. as that curveball was left a little bit high, a little bit too high for Devers, and now 0-2 the count. Can expect to see something on the corners, out of the zone on this. And that one was left right over the plate. Rafael Devers takes this one deep, no doubt about it. A 3-run shot by Rafael Devers, and this game is tied up. His 5th of the year. No doubt about it, left right over the plate. And the White Sox have tied this ball game up. Rafael Devers came over from Boston, has kind of not been the guy we wanted him to be, hasn't been that all-star. But right there was signs of his potential, what he brings to this club as he brings in Judge and Jimenez on a 3-run shot, a lefty-lefty 0-2 count, X velocity at 108.7 miles per hour, and you can see that beauty over the bullpen, couple rows back out there in right field. 465 feet is the projected distance as the White Sox are right back into this game. Mike Scioscia coming out, he's going to be making a pitching change as Parker Bridwell will walk in. 4.05 ERA, 40 innings pitched. The strikeout's pretty low. The batting average against is extremely high. As Zach Collins is going to walk to the plate. Runners on first and third, bottom of the 6th. White Sox still threatening to take the lead now. As that one is going to be popped up to left field. And Justin Upton's going to get underneath it for the 3rd out. But the White Sox tie it up on the Rafael Devers 3-run shot, as the box score is the same. Carlos Perez up to the plate here in the 7th. 0-for-2 with the flyout and a ground out as Larry Frank is in. As the White Sox have tied the game up, so you're going to see McGee, Frank, and hopefully Gonzalez to close out the game, assuming the White Sox are able to take the lead. But Larry Frank trying to hold down the Angels, and he will do just that. A 1-2-3 inning in the 7th. We go to the 7th inning stretch as the White Sox try to take the lead here at home in Chicago, Illinois. Eloy Jimenez up to bat. He's 0-for-1. He's got 2 walks, and he's got Tim Anderson at third base here with 2 outs in the 7th. So the White Sox threatening to take the lead as Zach curveball is going to be fouled off to the right side. Jimenez, a big-time player for the White Sox in a big-time moment right here. White Sox playing well as of late, and they need to continue that if they want to play and challenge for the division title for the 3rd straight year. Playing a very good LA Angels squad, as that is going to be a great cutter, some great action on that. He's going to foul that off. He's going to really fight in this at bat. 1-2 the count. And a good curveball. That is going to be strike 3. White Sox strand Anderson at third as we go to the 8th. Mike Trout, 1-for-2, up to bat here in the 8th against Jake McGee. Jake McGee trying to get a 1-2-3 inning, and a great pitch not called. That outside has not been called the entire night. A really good pitch. And now Mike Trout is up 2-0 in the count. I mean, what a difference, 1-1 versus 2-0. As that is going to be a good call there. It's high. 2-1 the count. As Jake McGee tries to get out the best player in baseball, so that's going to be inside. It's going to be 3-1. White Sox don't want to put anybody on base, but they don't want to leave anything over the heart of the plate from Mike Trout, and he's going to get another walk. When you're the best player in baseball, pitchers are going to have a hard time pitching to you because they don't want to leave anything over the plate. Bottom of the 8th inning, TRAYCE Thompson up to bat here with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. He's got Devers at second base. White Sox need a single, and that will at least get the runner over to third. So White Sox 90 feet away from taking the lead tonight. This TRAYCE Thompson is going to move the runner over, and it's going to be up to Blake Rutherford, the guy who has really struggled this season, and maybe if he gets the hit here, this is what gets him off his bad stretch. Maybe this is the hit he needs, as a high strike is going to be called for strike number 1. Blake Rutherford not happy with the call. Talks to the ump, trying to figure out where that pitch was, as it a little bit had had the strike zone, but not a lot of it. As that one's going to be low. They're going to keep the runner at third, and now 0-2 the count. And that just happened. Well, I don't know why my guy didn't move back to third, but yeah, so White Sox strand this opportunity here in the 8th, and we go to the 9th. So this game is going to the top of the 10th. White Sox go down 1-2-3. So what we're going to do for the rest of this game is we are going to quick manage it. You know, this game could go 15, 18, 20 innings. I really don't feel like playing it. So we're going to quick manage it. So let's see how we do. If there's a situation where we can win the game, we'll go in and play. As that is going to be due the top of the 10th. Makata up to bat, grounding out. Judge, Jimenez, he gets on base. And Davidson unable to get in. Simmons on second for Mike Trout. Mike Trout grounds out. And now it's up to Upton. And he singles in a run. So the White Sox down. A double. Second and third for Todd Frazier. And he's going to get in another run. A walk. White Sox are going to make a pitching change. Really no one with a lot of stamina. So now the White Sox down by 3 runs. Devers down. Thompson's on. All right. Let's go in. Zach Collins up to bat. White Sox have the tying run at home with 1 out here in the bottom of the 11th inning. The opportunity is there. That's what you ask for. As that might do it. It's a close play, and that is going to do it for this game. Zach Collins doesn't like the call at first. If it was anybody else, they probably would have ran that out. But that is unfortunately going to do it. Mike Trout, that 2-run home run in the first, got his team eventually in a way into extra innings and won this game. So White Sox drop another at home. They are now 5-15. So a lot not going right for the White Sox tonight. A lot not going right for the season, but they have been playing better as of late. So let's go a little bit further. Well, guys, not the way we wanted to end it. Hopefully by the time we get back to the next game, we'll be further back into the season. We'll be playing well. Hopefully we'll be maybe in first place. I mean, it's not out of the picture. I mean, we're last in the division, but we're only 4 back. So, I mean, it's not that crazy to say that. You know, we do sit last in division right now. So hopefully we can get going. We really need to. You know, we need to get Matt Davidson swinging the power bat, and we need Blake Rutherford to really start swinging the bat at all, and same with Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson's last game, I think he went 2 for 4 and 2 for 3, so he did do better. We're seeing improvement, but the White Sox really need to get going. They really do. The pitching needs to get better. The bullpen, you can see Diaz gave up those 3 runs in the 11th. Herschel Gibbons, a 7-something ERA. You know, not a lot going great right now for the White Sox. So hopefully by the time we get back, and hopefully next episode, we will finally get a win in. I really hope so. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for being a supporter of this channel. If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. I do appreciate it. So we will see you next episode.